Today I'm going to be taking apart my old laptop. It's a Lenovo U410, and I recently got a new laptop, and this one's just sort of been sitting in my closet, so I figured why not take it apart, see what it looks like, and put it back together. As you can see, it's currently working. I'm going to turn it off before I start taking it apart, because I don't feel like getting electrocuted. It's off now. To start taking it apart, I haven't looked up any directions or anything on this. I can't see any screws anywhere obvious. I'm gonna pop off these 4 rubber feet, and I'm guessing there will be screws underneath them. There we have the bottom piece. Pretty dusty, unsurprisingly. So we got a hard drive, battery, cooling fan, motherboard, and then there's some other little parts that I will figure out what they are as I go along. So next up, I'm going to take out the hard drive. Alright, and that is our hard drive. It's like 400 gigs or something. 500 gigs it says on it. Right there. Okay, now I'm going to take out this thing. I'm not sure what that is. It might be the wireless card. If I can get in focus. The back is just that. Oh no, okay. This is a 32 gig SSD. Now what? I guess I can pop out the RAM. I've never done this on a laptop before. Laptop RAM and desktop RAM look pretty different. Laptop RAM is often pretty specific to the laptop, but that's what this laptop's RAM looks like. Okay, next, I guess I'll pop off the battery. Kind of interesting, this takes up a really substantial portion of the inside of the laptop. Okay, and now I'm going to take off the fan. This right here spins. It's really, really dusty at the moment. I'm going to pop that off. I could technically remove this, but there's no chance it'll ever run again if I do. So for now, I'm going to leave that on. There's a conductive paste between right here and what I believe is the CPU, and right here and the GPU, but I don't want to make this unusable, so I'm going to screw these screws back in. Next up is this thing, just a bunch of USB ports. So that is where some of the USB ports plug in. So now I'm going to take the motherboard off. That's the biggest circuit board. Oh, I'm guessing these cooler screws that I unscrewed and then rescrewed are connected to something underneath. That's where there was paste. If that ever cools anything again, I'll be surprised. There's another screw under this piece of tape that went under the RAM. Since the motherboard's being a pain for now, we're going to go for some more low-hanging fruit. Your normal laptop screen. What we have left is basically a motherboard and a keyboard. There's the motherboard, there's the keyboard. I'm going to pop this, what I think is a sound card, off. There's that, it's pretty tiny. Mouse pad. What else can we take off of here? I really would like to get this off, but I'm not sure how to get that last little thingy. Alright. That took quite a while. That's the CPU, I believe. That's probably the GPU, which is for processing graphics. That's what the other side of it looks like. So that's Ethernet, HDMI, USB, SD. Alright. Now that it's fully disassembled, here's a picture of all the parts laid out together. So, now that we've got it fully apart, we're going to put it back together. Probably not going to put it back together in exactly the same order as I took it apart. I think I'm going to start with maybe the mouse pad. So here we have the keyboard plate. So there's the mouse pad. There's the mouse pad back in. I'm going to put a couple little things back. Okay, after some fiddling around, I figured out that this, which controls the power button, goes right here. Power button's back in. Why don't I put in a couple more ports? Alright, that's back in. I'm going to put a couple things back onto the motherboard. Definitely put the RAM in. This one has a screw underneath it, so I'm going to leave this stick of RAM out for now. This is the sound card. I'm going to put that back in. It goes right there. Alright, next I'm going to put back in the 32GB SSD. Okay, I guess now I might as well try to put the motherboard back into this, which is going to be kind of challenging because this broke and I have to get this back in somehow. But let's do it. Okay, so I'm not going to try to show you guys what I just did, since like 5 minutes ago I tried to show you and it resulted in me having to redo it. But basically, there's a connector underneath the motherboard that connects the keyboard to the motherboard, and you can only connect it from underneath, which is a huge pain. But got it figured out. Now I just need to unscrew all the motherboard mount screws and screw them back in through the motherboard. Now that all the screws are back in, I can put that second stick of RAM back. Next up, I'm going to put the battery back on. And that is the battery back in. Alright, now I'm going to put the screen back on. I just broke a wire. It's one of the sound card wires. I'm pretty sure that the speakers will not work, but the headphones will. Now I'm going to put the cooler back on. Alright, so now I'm going to put the hard drive back. Alright, we're getting pretty close. So now, I just got to try to pop this cover back on, and that's it. Alright, so it's fully back together. So here comes the moment of truth. We'll try to turn it on. Wow. Okay, I am surprised. And the keyboard works. I gotta say, I was not expecting this thing to work. I'll get it all the way started up to show you guys. It appears that the mouse does not work, or the touchpad that is. I'm guessing that if I hooked up a USB mouse to it, it would work fine, but at the moment, that does not do anything. That's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.